Cheers, everybody, and welcome to Sips and Scripts, the podcast that brings together the best of both worlds, cocktails and movies. We'll dive into an all time favorite film or explore the latest releases and pair it with a delicious cocktail while we share our thoughts, opinions, and some fascinating behind the scenes trivia. I am Kirsten Jackson. I'm a blogger and cocktail influencer at lowcountrysocialite.com.
I'm Kayla Rose, and I am an entertainment blogger at inmytheater.com.
And I'm Terrell Bernard, and I watch movies from time to time.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We are back. It's season 3.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Even though it's almost February.
It is almost February. But we are back. Kayla, I can barely hear you, babe.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So today we are going to be talking about a film from 2001 called Two Can Play That Game. Does anybody remember that one?
Yeah. Yep, sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was interesting.
Watching
it again after all these years.
It was a very interesting walk down memory lane.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I said I ain't never seen it before until this morning.
Well, what's everybody's history with the film?
Yep, that's it. I saw it at 10 o'clock this morning.
Oh, damn.
So it's fresh in my mind.
Well, my history with the film, I saw this movie in the movie theaters.
Really?
Yeah, and I remember that. Because I usually don't. But I remember certain parts, and the reason why I do remember it so strongly watching it in the movie theaters is because I remember the soundtrack to this movie, and there are certain parts of the movie where people come on the screen and the bass, they really turn up the bass, when Gabrielle Union walks across the street. That Missy Elliott song, I think it was a Missy Elliott song, was playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it being boom, boom, boom in the movie theater. And it was really, really prominent. So, and I remember when Vivica Fox first walks into, whatever the guy's name is, Chestnut office, the music that's playing. And I just remember it being real extra in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I don't remember watching this in the theater, but I just remember that I've seen it, and I've seen it multiple times, but I probably haven't seen it in probably 10 to 15 years. I don't know. I feel old just even saying that.
I know. Because when did this movie come out? It was 2001.
2001.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, damn, that's 23 years ago. Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Really, Kayla?
Kayla, I just want to put out there that was really rude of you.
I'm sorry. I was what, 4? Yeah.
Nah, she was 4.
Okay. 4 or 5, depending on when, what month it came out.
Wow. Okay. I mean, so you just okay. So you're just really hurting feelings today, and it's fine. And it's
right. No, I just, I'm reminding the people that we might have different perspectives. That's all.
I was 20.
Yeah, this was right before my birthday, so I was.
I would like to say that you guys don't look like You're
Okay, Kayla, just you first of all stop and go to hell, and also stop.
Stop and go to hell, then stop.
great, of course.
I don't want to hear it. So anyway, I love you, Kayla,
I love
and
you
that's all I have
too.
to say. Mike, yes, Mike. He was 5 when it came out. We have a comment on Facebook. It's 5. Okay, that's all right. It's okay. You know, me and Terrell, we young at heart, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
Yeah.
the good thing is that we all just bring different perspectives because that's all. That's it.
True.
Anyway, Kayla. Terrell, who you challenging for the 60-second recap? I really think you should punish Kayla.
Oh, that was already the plan because I knew she hadn't watched this movie before.
Whatever.
Yes, it's time for our 60-second recap.
I circled it on my sheet. I was like, yeah, definitely Kayla.
Real.
Yes.
I got it.
Put 60 seconds on the board.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Whatever. All right. So this movie is about a group of girlfriends who all have men problems, but there's one girl in the group who thinks that she is like the queen of relationships and how to fix them and how to get the man to do what you need him to do. So everyone else have problems, and she's like, not my man. And her man ends up at they was at a club or something. He was with another woman, and she was like, I got these 10-day rules that'll get a man to get you right back. And at the end of the day, she failed because she definitely came running back to him. And it was a big lesson on everybody goes through issues and problems in their relationship, and you really should just have a conversation versus trying to play with them because it's never going to go out the way that you think it's going to go out. And like that was really the gist of the movie, literally.
Okay, coming in with 2 seconds to spare.
Wow, that 60-second recap was.
I do that.
Okay.
I watched the movie.
No struggles with that one. Okay.
You did that. Well, before we get into the movie, let's have a cocktail.
Yeah.
All right. What we sipping on?
What we sipping on?
Black & Decker Bev Machine.
I think it's time.
Today, our movie cocktail will be made using my Black & Decker Bev Machine. So this machine sits on your counter. It fits all of your necessary spirits. So there's a slot for rum back there, some Captain Morgan. There's a spot for gin and a spot for tequila and a spot for bourbon or whiskey and a spot for vodka and a spot for water. So we're going to fill our glass with ice and put it under our machine. And we're going to load our pod and close it. So you can also choose how strong you want it. So I'm just going to do a mid strength and hit start. And here we go. So it's using our whiskey over here. Lights up. It makes the worst sounds.
Yeah. It makes the best drink.
Yes. And here we are, a whiskey sour for our movie about soured relationships.
Ooh. That was good. Well, about soured relationships. All right. Is it good? How did it come out?
It turned out great.
So what is in the pod?
The pod has like all of the mixer that you need to make. So like the alcohol is like in the bottles and it like pulls whatever the drink needs. So a whiskey sour pulls the whiskey. But then you can do like other drinks and sometimes like it'll mix spirits. So but whatever it needs, it just pulls it. And you don't have to measure any of the mixers or the alcohols. It's a nice little machine.
I'm here for it. I like it.
Yeah, it is a cool. How much does that machine cost?
That machine
Ugh, probably
was, I feel like it was like $250.
golly.
Okay.
But it sounds like a real
It seems like it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't use it as much as I thought I would, but I do love it. So, and I don't regret getting it. But yeah, it's a fun little machine, and it's a conversation piece because people be like, "What is this? What do this do?" So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I would say. As I touched it and probably broke it and pushed all the buttons.
It's $210 on Amazon right now.
Oh man!
And it'll go on sale.
That's a deal.
Yeah, it'll go on sale probably around Black Friday because I feel like that's when I got it, and I might have paid less than that. So
that's pretty cool. I'm here for it.
So let's talk about our movie.
Okay, well, all right. The name of the movie is Two Can Play That Game. It's a comedy/romance, and it was released September 7th, 2001, starring Vivica A. Fox, Anthony Anderson, Wendy Raquel Robinson, Tamala Jones, Monique, Bobby Brown, Gabrielle Union, Morris Chestnut. It had a very stacked little cast. I enjoyed it.
You know, I forgot that all these people were in this movie.
I did too. Once I started watching, I was like, "Oh, Bobby Brown in here," even though he was only in there for like a second. But I was still like, "Oh, Bobby Brown."
yeah.
It's like 90s cast, like those heavy hitters of the 90s.
Yeah,
I would say, oh, never mind. That would be rude.
Say it because you didn't already.
I know her name, and you just said it. I feel like the one who didn't really get in a lot of movies, unless I haven't seen them, was Wendy Raquel Robinson. I feel like she should be in more stuff. I just feel like she wasn't in a lot of movies.
I think she was in more shows.
She was more sitcom popular because she was doing the Steve Harvey Show, and then she did The Game.
Mm-hmm.
So she, she Black famous, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Famous, wow.
Everybody know Wendy.
A lot of the Tyler Perry films too, right? Or TV shows, I think.
I gave up on Tyler Perry's. I gave up on the Perrys, so I don't know.
I know the only movie that I know that she was in, I mean, she might have been in more other than this one, was Miss Congeniality.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I remember her, Miss Congeniality. But yeah. Oh, yep. So we have some comments that says, okay, no, we already answered that. How much was a drink machine? Yeah. Stars to the cast. Absolutely right. This is one of the things that I love about movies in that era. Like, I know they don't age well and they can be quite cheesy, but it's like they don't do that ensemble cast anymore.
Yeah.
No, they don't. Except for The Color Purple. I think that was like an ensemble cast.
This new one?
Yeah, the new one. What, you don't think so? I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I'm just saying the cast looked like, oh, I know you. It
was. But also, like, it was quite a few of the people that were in the Broadway production.
Oh,
so it was like, because I think Danielle Brooks played Sophia on Broadway. Fantasia played Celie on Broadway. So but you're right though, that is an ensemble cast, but it's like movies back in the day used to be like a good time. Like even if the movie was crappy, you still got a load of all of your favorite actors and actresses in one place.
Like,
and you got a great soundtrack. See them
again. Yeah, this was a trick soundtrack. No, that's what I got to say about this soundtrack. It was a trick soundtrack because I looked up the soundtrack. I was like, these songs are not on the soundtrack. The songs that were playing, most of the songs playing in the movie, and I looked it up, and they're mostly not on the soundtrack. It's only a few of those songs.
They do that.
Yeah, they play real popular songs, and then they like, but we're not putting this on the soundtrack. Y'all just gonna have to listen to the artist yourself. I was like, damn.
Really?
Because I love me a good soundtrack. And this was not it.
I know y'all do, and they didn't even do it. Rude.
Yeah. Well, what songs are? Because I like the soundtrack.
Because one of the song at the end was from the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. The song they play at the very end. I was like, because I remember when I first watched the movie, I was like, ooh, I love this song. And I was like, let me find it on the soundtrack. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Was tricked.
Yep. Gotcha. That is so funny. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm looking at the I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. So, does it even have the soundtrack listed on here?
It's hard to find the soundtrack. It's not just streaming it. You probably got to go to YouTube.
Shoot. Well,
yeah.
Okay, then.
It's one of those soundtracks. It was like, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, it sucks to be you.
But I'll tell you this one thing. I didn't know that it had a sequel. And I didn't know that it had a stage play.
Yeah, I found that out as well.
Because Vivica A. Fox played herself in the stage play.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2017 with a Columbus short. I saw that and I was like,
but now I really didn't know that they had a sequel for sure.
I saw the sequel. No, not that I saw the sequel, but I saw that there was a sequel, and I was like, good for them. And then I kept going on with my life.
Oh, you know what? I did know that they had a sequel, and I did see it.
Wow.
Because now that I remember, okay, so before I started the movie, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, I forgot that it was Morris Chestnut in the first one, and I was like, man, I don't feel like watching whatever that dude's name.
Ooh.
The one who was in the sequel.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I like him though. He's pretty cool.
I don't really care for him, and I don't even know why.
Damn.
Jason Winston George.
That game sequel.
Yeah, and I was like, and then when Morris Chestnut was there, I was like, I thought
they called it 3 Can Play That Game.
Yeah, which they should not have.
So yeah, but yeah, so I have a question for y'all.
Yes.
So, are games a part of any relationship? A healthy amount of games at any time?
Like this?
Yeah.
Like games like this? Or just like games in general?
Yeah, when you say games, like game nights.
No.
Going on a date.
Like this, like
scavenger hunts.
No, like first of all, are you playing scavenger hunts and you're married?
Yes, people do scavenger hunts. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I mean, I'm saying like, is there a level of playing games that is like necessary in relationships, like on this level? Maybe not exactly these rules that Vivica was talking about, but like.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't believe so either.
This is like,
but people do it though, right?
Unfortunately,
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah, they have their little things that they say or they do, and it's like, ooh, if I say this, I know this is gonna trigger this, or I can get them to do right, or I can get her to do right if I do this or do that. And it's like that might work once, twice, but like if that's something that's your go-to, then you need to find something else to do because people get tired of that real quick. And you're like, it's not worth it. Bye.
Well, I'm gonna say yes and no. Okay, so we have a comment that says, we have one person that says no. Games are a red flag. I feel like okay, so Troy, you married. I mean, I'm single, but like I feel like especially in the beginning, sometimes you do play games. And I wouldn't call it play games, but you are like strategic kind of in the beginning. Because it's things like small stuff like, oh, I'm not going to call too much because I don't want this person to think that I'm too clingy.
Okay, stuff like that. That's like regular stuff. Like I thought you meant
that's
like
still strategy though. That's still
yeah, it's good to have a strategy, but you said playing games. When you talking about playing, she was playing a game.
Yeah, she was doing a lot.
She was
It reminds me of that Kevin Hart movie. What is it? The 90 Days something. What is it? 90.
Was that a Tyler Perry movie?
It wasn't. It was. I think it was a Kevin Hart movie or Steve Harvey.
Think like a woman. Think like a man. Was it Think Like a Man?
Yeah.
With Michael Ealy and
yes,
some more folks.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a comment that says it's okay to be coy and shy and not do too much. That is a game. If that's not how you really are.
I think it's okay. I call it like I heard somebody say one time. They call it the representative, the person that meets you initially before the real you comes out. I don't think it's a game.
But is that not a game?
It's not a game. What she was doing? She was like, she literally was like, I'm going to sleep. Game on, and went to sleep. I was like,
she did what now?
She was like, game on. She knew it was a game. She was like, I'm gonna play it. I was like,
she had a full 10-day strategy to try to get this man to bend to her will. I don't think that you can be in a relationship, like a true relationship, and it work out if you are literally putting together a game plan on how to control him. Like, that's insane behaviors. But I do think that you could. There are times like this. Like a small version of this that you might see a lot will be that I'm not going to talk to you until you talk to me. Like, but I don't think that's a game. That is just like you being like a little silly, immature, but I don't think that's a game.
Yeah.
Insane behavior indeed, says one commenter.
That's too much. If you're in a real relationship that you want to work out, putting somebody on this little game plan ain't gonna work. Like, talk to them, communicate a little.
Okay.
Like, I feel like you can be upset and be like, I'm not talking to you today. Like, that's fair. But eventually, like, if y'all are both 7 people, it's gonna come to a head, and it's gonna be probably a lot worse than what it would have been if you just like had that for a day and talk to each other. So like, this all could have been resolved quickly if they were
exactly.
Yeah.
And I blame Anthony Anderson for that. Because he wanted to play the game. Morris Chestnut was like, I don't want to play. I just want to fess up to what I did, apologize, and keep it moving. And Anthony Anderson was like, no, we got to play this game. And I'm like, he was like, I don't want to play the game. I just want to fix my relationship. But he was like that.
But if Anthony Anderson had not have been there, I don't know. I have really mixed feelings about that, because
I think she would have kept playing the game and she would have lost him a lot faster than she did.
Right, because I felt like Anthony Anderson, his actions kept him in. What was the dude's name?
Who? Which one? Anthony?
Morris Chestnut. I can't remember.
Oh, Keith. Keith Fenton.
Keith. Yeah, I feel like that kept Keith in that relationship or whatever, because when he was at the club with the lady or whoever she was,
the client,
he was like, he explained what it was, and she just immediately was like, oh no, you're not gonna play me, we're going into game mode right now. And if Anthony Anderson hadn't been there, he would have got just like steamrolled. Like,
yeah, he would have. And I think, like I said, I think it would have ended a whole lot faster, because I was like, he don't look like somebody who's like, I'm about these games. He looked like somebody who's like, okay, you still playing? That's enough of that. I'm gonna go on to the next.
I actually think they set him up. I actually think they set him up to look like he would grovel for her. Like, I think it would have ended with him, like them getting back together. Because if you seen, he was like calling her, like leaving her voicemail and stuff like that. I think that the 10 days would have ended and he would have been, as they say, whipped. Like he would have fallen into this whole
Oh, you
thing.
think he would have went through with
I
her
do.
whole little
Yeah,
thing?
he was over there
I think he
leaving
would've
voicemails and stuff and
Damn.
crying.
Because
Damn, Keith.
Yeah.
it took
Y'all
Anthony
didn't give my boy
Anderson's
Keith no
character
credit.
for him to even realize she was playing games. He didn't know.
Right.
Like he would be like, yeah, she said this, and Anthony Anderson would be like, oh, she did. Oh, see what that means. And it was like he didn't even know.
Okay, well, let's take it out of movie world and let's put it in reality. Would that have happened if Morris Chestnut was really dating Vivica Fox and wanted to play games? And she wanted to play games.
How y'all,
I can't answer that because celebrities are weird.
Yes, celebrities are weird, but I also think it would have ended the same. There's like depending on the guy. There are some guys out there who will, or women, because we like the women's around here too. Anywho, there are some people out there who are not gonna put up with that, and it would have cut quick because they'd have been like, "You're playing a game with me, and either we're gonna talk about this right now, and it's gonna be over with." Or there are some people who would have been like, oh God, I'm losing her. And she would have got through her whole 10 days and they'd have got back together. So it just really depends on who you're dealing with.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know.
It happens, y'all. It happens time.
I believe you. I believe it does happen. And it's sad.
But honestly, I feel like the reason that we feel the way that we do about it is because she kept breaking the fourth wall and talking to the audience. But to me, she really was doing, like, if you take all of her talking out of it, a lot of stuff she did was what people do in relationships. Like, they try to make each other jealous. Like, especially like, in new relationships. It's not right. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying that's people do that. They try to make each other jealous. They try to talk to somebody else and make it look like, they're not just sitting at home crying over you, like stuff like that. That's normal. But I think like it was just really in our face because she kept breaking that fourth wall and telling us that part 2 of the game is like, and that's what made it like really obnoxious. But if you think about it, it wasn't that. It was some of it was far-fetched, but some of it was regular to me.
I think the farthest, I think, well, from what all the things that she did, I'm like, yes, maybe to the calling, like not answering phone calls, and then of course, like the little hugging on that man, and so they could run back. Like, I could see that happening. But some of the other stuff, I was like,
no, I mean, like stuff like stabbing home tire and stuff.
Yeah, like that's just too much.
I mean, some of it was like extra, but like, okay, I know I done like in relationships. If I'm upset, I won't answer the phone for a little while. Sure. So I mean, I've done that.
For sure.
I'm trying to say what that's my next question. What have y'all done any of this stuff ever? I will admit I have not answered the phone before if I've been like, I feel like I've been slighted. I have not tried to make anybody jealous because I feel like that can be dangerous. And not that I don't think I've really ever dated anybody that would just go crazy like that, but even still like that. And then also I'm not the type of person to be like all over somebody that I know I don't like. Because I feel like that's not cool. But
the way I drop people so quick, I ain't did it. No, I might have not answered a phone call, but usually if I stop answering your phone calls, it means I'm gonna probably drop you. So yeah,
you heard it here first, fellas.
And ladies.
It don't be worth it to me. And a lot of times I'm not gonna say like you be sometimes you really be knowing who is worth fighting for. And I don't think I have ever met someone who was worth me trying to put that much play games with. Like,
Okay.
Well, Terrell, I'm gonna put you in the hot seat because you know
ooh.
you married. Have you and your wife ever played a game like that? Or you? It doesn't even have to be like, oh, I'm gonna make this person jealous. But it could be something like something petty, like just anything, just something petty.
I mean,
And we want real life examples.
Oh
really,
Lord.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we've like not spoken. Like I'm not gonna talk to you today or tomorrow or rest of the day. And we'll see who talks first. I mean, I've done that.
Oh, that's so cute.
No, it's annoying.
Who usually breaks first?
I don't know. Probably.
You.
I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like that's normal to an extent because you need, especially if y'all are like disagreeing on something, sometimes you need that extra day or two to be like, okay, we need to go to our separate corners of the house, figure it out, and then to be able to come back to the table and be like, all right, so this is what I didn't like. This is this. Let me hear your side. Let me hear your side, and let's figure it out. Like you need that moment apart.
Agree.
Think about it, y'all. Like this is someone that you spend like all your time with basically outside of work. So it's bound to be times where it's like, bro, I need a break.
We got comments. I'm cracking up.
Comment is
thinking
coming.
the silent treatment is cute. It is cute, but probably because I know them, not because you know. But and I guess because like it's funny when you live in the same house and they giving each other the silent treatment. Like
if y'all seen, it's like a couple TikTok that they were doing where it's like you mad at each other, but you still like doing like regular stuff for them. Like
yeah, because I feel like that's how y'all would be doing it. Like it might be other households where like the silent treatment be real toxic, but I feel like with y'all, because I know y'all, I feel like you'd still be. I put gas in your fucking car.
Yeah.
Like it's cold outside. Don't forget your jacket, and then, and then walk off.
Mm-hmm. I think that's more regular than some of the stuff.
Yeah, the stuff in this movie was real. That's why I had to see who wrote this. I was like, who wrote this film? It didn't seem authentic to me. And I don't know if it was just the time or the fourth wall breaks, but something about the film, I was like, it doesn't seem like this would happen this way.
I feel like it was typical 90s though, because you also remember.
But this 2001. I'm gonna need them to step it up.
It's still that
era. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. It's literally 2 people made this movie with even though now that I think about it, I'm gonna be like, you do be stealing jokes to the person who made the movie that was similar to it. Or
don't talk about Mr. Harvey that way. Let Mr. Harvey live. Because you know.
But yeah, I don't think it was, again, I think it was a very extreme exaggeration of something that you could do to mess with people. So I don't think it was, I would hope it wasn't supposed to like really mimic true life, but you know, who never does? We'll never know. Who knows?
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Do friends do more harm to a relationship than good?
Depends on your friends. It depends on your friends.
Because Anthony, he seemed like he was helping, but I was like, are you really helping, bro?
I would say harm.
Harm? Okay.
I think it really depends on the type of friends that you have, honestly, because there are some friends who I believe are just petty. And so they want you to be petty with them. I mean, it's true, but then I think that there are some people who will really can really give you sound advice. The thing is, it's the way that you approach your friends with the situation. One, letting them know if you're open to advice, number one, and just hearing them out, but knowing at the end of the day that you make the final decision. And a true friend is going to go in the direction that you're going at the end of the day. I think that they will tell you real stuff, regardless if it might hurt your feelings. I think that they will be true to that. But I also believe that a true friend is going to rally behind you and give you what you need versus try to sabotage anything that you have going on. A true friend will.
Okay. I feel like even the most well-intentioned friend has the capability of being harmful to your relationship. And I know me personally, like, I don't talk about my relationships with my friends, not very often. And it's not that like, oh, I'm trying to keep secrets or anything, but like a lot of times, and I've learned like with age, a lot of times you will talk to your friend, especially if like your significant other made you upset, and then they start to form their own opinions about who you're dating and what they're doing. And you have forgiven your significant other, but your friend is still over here upset with good reason because they're your friend. And they're always going to take your side and take up for you. I mean, unless you're just completely wrong.
Right.
But like, so sharing, it's like you have to really kind of walk a fine line with that, like sharing what goes on in your relationship. And like that whole friend group that they had,
I wouldn't have told them nothing. And I don't think she did.
That was a very weird dynamic. Like, and it's like when I the first started the movie, and I remember watching it when I was younger and just taking it for what it was. But like now that I'm older, I was like, what made them feel like she was qualified to lead them like this? It was very weird. Like, what makes her qualified, and what, like, they were like flocking to her, like, tell us what to do.
I can tell you what it was.
And it was like,
I can tell you what it was. It was because she never portrayed to have a problem in her relationship. That was it. Like, that was like literally the only thing. Everybody else complained about their relationships, and she was like, nope, I'm not going to tell them that, we have any problems. So they will come to me because they think that I'm the leader and I'm the one who I know what to do in my relationship. I know what to do in my relationship to keep it going healthy. That's why you don't hear me complain about it. So I'm the person you go to for advice.
But to me, the way that their relationship was set up, it didn't even have the longevity for her to just be like, oh, we don't have any problems, because
they didn't show a lot from the beginning.
Well, you're right. They did not show a lot of their relationship. Just her stopping by his office to have sex with him. But it was like, I could see if they were in a marriage or like a long-term relationship and we knew that they were, but it was like they were just dating. Like, to me, they couldn't have been dating more than a year.
I think they looked at the success of him. He was successful. She was successful. So she was like, well, she must be doing something right. She has a successful man, and they're both successful, and they're doing well. And then they just got caught up in she obviously knows what to do because she was able to get this man. And look at the man I have. He's not as successful, or he's not doing anything at all. They didn't have really good men around them. And it seemed like, I don't know, it was like one good man in the whole movie and everybody else was just terrible. Like the dude, I don't know, the dude with the leather vest on that they were dating, and then the other, what was it? The other guy who like a pimp. When she went on those little dates, I was like, these can't be the men that you was like, yeah, I'll go out on a date with you.
It was weird. And I guess maybe it makes me question it because I'm just not really the type to look at somebody, and not that I think like negatively about people's relationships, but I'm just, if I see like a friend and they're just dating this really successful man, I'll just be like, okay, that's nice, but I'm sure they have their problems too, just like everybody else. Like, but there's no and if I were dating this really successful man, even if it was for a year, I would not be like, see, this is what y'all need to do because this is how I go to him and see what you need to do. See part one and then step one and step two. Like shit was just weird, and I could see like if she was like a relationship counselor or she was like a mental health counselor, it was nothing. She was just a lady that go to work every day and had a man that was successful, and that was like what made her qualified to leave them, and why were they taking her advice? And that shit was weird. Like
because Shantae had a man
Brown,
at home. Remember that song, Shantae's Got a Man? I would have wished that song would have came out around the same time because that would have been the perfect song to put on this soundtrack.
We got comments that say with friends, you're supposed to take what you can use and leave the rest. Vivica was a mess, wouldn't have been her friend. Yeah, she would have got on my nerves. The women's friend group is what happens when you have a leader friend. Yeah, a lot of friend groups have like a leader like that, but and then another thing, like that was really weird in this movie was so Monique is in this film, right? Monique cannot play a follower character. It ain't in her. It's not.
Yeah, it was so strange. It was so strange.
But she was the only one who was really like, who was she to tell everybody how to? Man, she was the only one that was really giving major pushback. She was the only one who did not call her when something was going wrong with her man.
Yeah.
The other two was like, oh, this is going bad. This is going terrible. What should I do? She was like, looking like,
I know he ain't shit, but he can lay some pipe. So.
Right.
Let me be happy. Let me do me.
Yeah, I agree. Monique was the only one with sense. Yes.
And I forgot she was in this movie, but I enjoyed her in this movie.
I loved
even though it was a real small, it seemed like everybody had, I don't know if they was just really focusing on Vivica A. Fox with that fox tattoo on her arm. Did y'all see the fox tattoo on her arm? Did that annoy anyone else other than
Is that what that was?
Yes, it's I was like, y'all didn't want to cover that up.
Yeah, we got a comment. Monique was the only one with some sense.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I agree with that comment. Yeah. Fox tattoo. Yeah. I must see.
It's a real tiny fox tattoo on her arm. Oh, it's just sitting there. It's like,
is that her real name?
Vivica Fox? Vivica A. Fox?
I believe so. If it's not, I don't know. These people, like you said, people in Hollywood are weird. They don't have real names.
So. Well, I got a question. What do y'all think about how the movie ended?
Yeah,
because I got feelings. I got some thoughts.
It was pretty practical. It was pretty what's the word? Predictable of how that was going to end, because at the end of it does not work. It don't work. It's never going to go the way you think it does for real, especially not in a movie. That was so predictable that was not going to happen.
Okay, we got a comment that says, I didn't talk to an ex for 3 months and we lived together. Jesus, how did you talk for 3 months?
3 whole months? Damn.
That's right.
I guess as long as the bills are getting paid.
It's just that you were able to pull it off.
3 months. And you lived okay. That is
I just want to know how you did it, honestly. Honestly, truly. Let's bring them in. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a true roommate situation.
Okay.
That wow. That ain't even roommates, because like
but it does remind me.
Hey, you got your half of the rent. I mean, because
yeah. What was that movie with Vince Vaughn and the girl from Friends? What is it, The Breakup? Was it called The Breakup?
Oh yeah, with Jennifer Aniston.
And they was broken up, but they were still like, well, we got to sell this place first, so I'm not moving, you not moving, so we just gonna be here.
We should add that to the calendar. I like that movie. We got another comment. I was disgusted by the ending. Ma'am, where's your pride?
The pride was
Which
lost.
part?
He had pride the entire time. That was the issue. And then she realized she was wrong and had to come back groveling towards that man because she did the wrong thing. Okay, you know what? Let me back this up. I have a question for y'all. Do you think that when Morris do you think Morris Chestnut was cheating when he was at the place? Like, do you think it was truly we got hungry, so we came here? Because my thing is, why were you on the dance floor with her? That was more my issue with the whole thing. But yeah, do y'all think that he was there with malicious intent? Because I think that might shape the narrative.
I don't.
Maybe this is a perspective movie, like how you.
It looked bad.
Mm-hmm.
It looked really bad. But now, if she had saw them just having dinner together, I think it would have been better. But yeah, them on the dance floor, it looked suspicious.
It looked suspicious.
I feel like he was wrong for how it went down. I don't know. I get he should have told her or something.
That's
because all he said he was working late.
It's like literally the foundation of a relationship, because it could have been easy like, hey, I'm working late. B, hey, we just got done working. We're hungry. We're going to go to this place. Like, that would have nipped it all in the bud for me. But also, I still would have questioned, like, okay, well, why did you feel the need to dance with her? That's a little weird. But you telling me that, hey, I'm leaving the office to go get something to eat, I would trust you more because you told me.
Yeah, why would they get something to eat there is the bigger question for me.
Maybe that was her place. That seemed like the favorite spot for the ladies anyway. So I don't know.
Because it's like, who would go to it was like a club kind of place,
like a lounge.
Yeah,
he said it was the girl from Vivica A. Fox's character favorite place too. And I was like, I don't know, maybe that's just what people do. But yeah, it's strange.
I could see how the dancing could happen, because I could understand, like, I mean, it's not right, but I could understand, like, if she's there and she's like, oh man, I love this song, come on, dance with me. I could see that. But I feel like, and sometimes, like, this is, sorry, Terrell, but like a lot of men struggle with this, like that, like that whole, what do you call it? Holding themselves accountable and, like, letting women know their whereabouts. And the thing is, you do have some women that just, I need to know where you are every moment.
Yeah.
But most, I guess, a lot of women, it's not so much of we want to know where you are at all times, but it's like, if you're going to be like a partner to me, you should not have a problem telling me where you are and what you're doing. And not even so much as like, oh, I'm checking in. Because I've had guys that been like, oh, I don't want to check in. I don't have to report in. But the thing is, it's like, those are the building blocks of trust.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not willing to do that,
I hope that the agree is so hard.
Oh, you could hear that?
Yeah, I heard her agreeing.
Yeah.
that was your
extremely loud.
I know that she wanted to make sure it was heard. Okay, I understand.
So yeah, we got a comment said, nope, I can't see it. Look, I was trying to give her just a little bit of grace.
That men don't be thinking. Like, I literally think that they do not be realizing that the stuff they do, like, they just don't be realizing that it's offensive, because I think that they just be thinking that you're supposed to trust them. I don't know. I think that they think that it's not that big of a deal. But time and time again will tell you that it's enough movies out there that say you better call that lady. It's enough movies out there that should make y'all realize the call, over communicate if necessary, if that's the type of person that you're with. It's not even checking in. It's like a courtesy thing to be like, hey, I'm doing this. And this is what I'm doing.
I dated someone like a few years ago and he would be like, yeah, I'm going here. Like he would call me and like tell me his whereabouts like every step. And then I was like, you don't have to tell me everything. And he was like, no, I'm in another city. Doing stuff like this is what builds trust. Yeah. And I do feel like some men, not all, but some men really do feel like, oh, trust is just something that you should just give me until I fuck it up. Yeah. And it's like, no, you should have to earn trust in the beginning, like just.
And you should expect that from me too. You are, and I believe you should expect that from the other person too, because it's literally all perception based at the end of the day. Do you want it to be perceived that you were cheating on me because you did not tell me you were going out to dinner with some other woman? Like, that's really the thing at the end of the day.
Because it would have been nothing for him to be like, hey, you just finished up at the office. We're going to go grab a bite. Do you want to join us? Or even if he didn't, like, just say, this is where I'm going to be. Because you said you were working, but you weren't at work.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we got comments that say, hold on. Oh, exactly. I think he was stupid. Okay. Period. And we have another commenter. Morris Chestnut was definitely wrong and deserved to be punished, but she definitely did too much if she didn't want to leave him.
Yeah, and it was clear she didn't want to leave him. She wanted to control him so that, I mean, she said it. If you do all these steps, you'll never have to do them again. Yeah, no.
He needed to be punished. Goodness gracious, is he a child?
I have been the wrong word choice, but I do think that, like,
yeah.
Like, you need to know that you ain't gonna do this again, or at least even if it's the punishment is, oh, you about to have a conversation with me, and I'm about to tell you how how I perceive this and why it doesn't work for me, and why your best bet would be to not do it again, and here's how we can fix that the next time that you want to take another woman out to dinner. Like,
look at that, a 10-minute movie. There we go. We ain't have to go through all
it would have been really quick.
All these games.
We're like, oh, we did a short film because
I just felt like, okay, yeah, he was wrong or whatever, but like, did he really have to go through like this 10-point program? I was like, I'm not even gonna say I'm above the game. I understand if you want to throw some strategy out there to show him that you ain't.
You keep calling it strategy when it's not a strategy. You trying to play a game. You just trying to reword it and call it a strategy.
Okay, I understand. Is okay. Fine, I'll say game. Damn, Terrell, semantics. Anyway, but it was like, dang, did he have to go through all 10 steps? You can't modify some of them. Right. That's why I was like, I mean, I get it. Okay.
But her friend, Karen only went to like step 7.
Yeah, she was like, oh,
and she got what she wanted, and then she ended it.
Huh? Yeah.
Wait, which one was Karen?
I think Karen was
Wendy Raquel. Right?
Oh, Wendy's character. No, he proposed to her.
Yeah. Because,
okay.
And she ended it at that.
Oh, she ended the program. Okay.
Yeah, she ended it. She didn't get all the way to day 10.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, okay, this is getting obnoxious, because it's like he is doing everything that you want him to do. You can't modify these steps or in the program. Like, dang.
When he showed up to my house, it'd have been over for me personally. I don't know what step that was, but you decided to come over so we could talk this thing out. Oh, the program is over for me.
Maybe I'm a shit because
but yeah. Oh, they was on that couch getting it. There was no way. Oh no. If the end goal was to keep you, Now, if the end goal was to let you go, then we talk about something different because now you showing up at my house is crazy. But no, if the end game was that I'm trying to keep you, yeah, we'd have ended it at that step. I don't know what step that was, but that was the step it was going to end.
I will say, to answer the question that I had posed, like, no, y'all answer. I'm gonna answer.
Yeah.
So the ending. What? Like, okay. What I could not understand, I was like, the ending is very weird to me because, okay, so he had gone through this little 10-point program, rehabilitation, and everything was like he had choices of what could have happened because she was like, see, step 3 is you do this, and then he'll either do this or he'll do that. And then step 6 is you do this, and he has no choice but to either do this or do this. And then it was like step 10, he gonna show up. And I was
like he gonna already be in my house waiting on me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Did he have a key? Did he break in?
That was day 4. I'm looking at it now. Step 4 was he was gonna be at your house. Yeah, we'd have ended it down.
I was like, but like the step, he'll be right there waiting for you. And it was like, okay, I can understand if you play some games. Huh?
He said it was just a Chinese man trying to bring some takeover.
I was like, I could understand if you play some strategy, some game.
Yeah, thank you for calling it what it is.
You know, everything is going like boom, boom, like clockwork. But you can't manipulate somebody to where you know they gonna be right where you say they gonna be. Like that's how is that even possible?
Craziness.
Worked it out before. Like I think that is really just the movie plot. I don't think that's anything that would really happen in real life. That's a movie plot.
Yeah. Because once she went up with Mr. Potato Head, I would have been like.
Now let's say something. I would not have been in my house. I could see. Don't be in my house sitting on my couch, but I could see you being outside and being like, "All right, now we gonna talk this thing out, or it's over." Like that, I could see. Don't be sitting on my couch when I come in.
And then she came in so confidently, like, Keith,
like he was supposed to pop up, like, "Hey, it's me, y'all, Keith."
That made no sense to me. And
that would have been a whole nother movie. Like,
yeah, that's
fine. Give me your answer. You was being real extra at that party. Yeah. What y'all think about? Okay, so. He was wrong for taking Connie.
Oh,
well, Connie brought him. He was the plus one.
He was wrong.
The plus one. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Okay, let me walk back. He was not. He was not wrong because of the way that the thing was showing out. Like, okay, I can see two coins. He was wrong if his intended goal was to also get back with her and that you were just trying to make her. Okay, yes, but you weren't wrong if you had moved on. Those are my two things. If your end goal was to not be with her, he was not wrong for going with her. If his end goal was to be with her, he was dead wrong. But also she was playing him real bad.
Exactly.
And that's that middle ground, like I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you kind of ground. Mm-hmm. So it was some wrongs and some rights depending on the intention behind it.
It was right. It couldn't get no righter.
Connie was wrong.
Now Connie.
Oh yeah, Connie was wrong. Connie was wrong. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, I like Connie though. Her intro was bad bitch material. I loved it.
Yeah, the movie theater was rattling when she came through, like with that.
Talking about Gabrielle. Oh, especially Gabrielle back then. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
he was wrong because I did like Connie, but he was wrong. Oh man. Well, okay, were her and Vivica friends?
No, they were like they knew each other.
Or were they
friendly.
frenemies?
Yeah, I believe so.
I doubt. Yeah, frenemies.
Because she knew her and she knew of her and she didn't like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we got a comment saying, "Let me go say hi to that Negro." She sounded so weird saying that. I was like,
that sounded so not like her. It was so strange.
"Let me go say hi to that Negro."
Yeah. No.
So yeah. Well,
I can't. But so y'all really, I don't know.
what Terrell? Talk to us.
It was right. I don't understand. Okay, so you this whole time you've been playing the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to play the game with you.
Mm-hmm.
I was forced into playing this game with you.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? I want to play my own game.
Yeah.
You want to play? Let's play.
He fought back
by going to a party with someone that I know.
He was invited to the party. He was a +1. He didn't invite himself. She invited him. He wasn't going to accept. Then he accepted. So is it my fault that you just so happened to be at the party also?
It's your fault that you grinding on her booty.
What you want me to do? We broke up. Remember, you broke up with me. So what you want me to do?
The intent behind it is the problem. The intent being that he wanted to just hurt her was what made
He was hurt.
Yeah, it's hard. It's just a hard line. It's a hard line. It's a hard line. It just depends on how you see it.
Like, that's another, like what I was saying before. Like, I get some games, but just there's like some that I wouldn't play. Because first of all, like, I'm sure Connie was fine, but what if she wasn't? Like, that's not just it just wasn't cool. Yeah. Like they really did in those games that they were both playing, they really took other people and used them to hurt each other. And it's like,
yeah, no, that's not right. That's not right. That part of it
is
not
think about it. I think she did all this for her friends, to make it seem like she had it all together. Like I don't think she would have done all of this if her friends weren't with her when she saw him.
Talking at the party?
Yeah. Well, no, not the party. At the beginning, I don't think she would have put him through this 10-step program if her friends
if they hadn't saw them together at the club in the first place. Right. If she had been to the club by herself and she saw Keith, it would have been a different story. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay, I hadn't thought about that, but you might be
right. Showing out for their friends.
She thought she was better than everyone at the end of the day.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she was embarrassed. She was ashamed.
Oh, my man's not like they man. So I mean, she said it.
Yeah.
She really said it. So yeah.
But that's what happens when you show out for your friends. You end up by your damn self.
But friends do that. Like if that would not affect me at this age, but I know I've been out and friends be, girl, you see him over there? Girl, friends will do that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Some people do. I also feel like they is just better than you, and that's just it.
Okay.
That's some unhealed friendship behavior, but like
agreed.
There are people who just literally think that they are better than their friends, and they want to make it seem like everything is kosher, and that ends up you being alone and having to deal with things on your own, not being able to trust nobody, and then spiraling into depression and stuff like that. Like, maybe you should get a friend group that you can talk to.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay.
We have any final thoughts?
I think it was a good, lively conversation.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, because most of the questions I had now, we already
we basically talked about.
Yeah, same questions.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't have any final thoughts. We ready to go into best, worst, weirdest?
Yeah, let's get it.
Kayla, what about you? You go first.
Yeah, I think my best, ooh, what was my best about the movie, Lord? The folks look great. The melanin was popping. About the plot, though, let me think. I think the best was, at the end of the day, they were willing to give each other another try. I think she learned from her game that you ought not play games with people, and she was very lucky that he decided to take her back.
Extremely lucky.
And give her another chance. So hopefully in the magical movie world, they went on to have a beautiful marriage in life. Best. Worst to me was that she put him through all of that. Like, that was a lot to put somebody through. Yeah, it was just a lot. Weirdest, I think I'm going back with Terrell with when she decided she wanted to date these other men. She picked like the worst possible examples of people to try to date. That was weird.
Yeah. That was very weird.
Well, I would say the best for me was the soundtrack. Great songs that I loved.
Not the soundtrack. If I give you that soundtrack right now, you'd be like, this ain't the music I want to hear.
Okay. Then the score.
Yes.
Because Terrell style.
Oh, you like that? Ooh, that's what you like? Do. That's what you like? Oh, get that out of here.
The songs in the damn movie, Terrell. Dang. I hate Terrell a lot.
That's funny.
So, but yeah, the cast, ensemble cast, like these movies were always a lot of fun. But going back to what we were talking about earlier, like this movie, because when did How to Be a Player can't come out? Like I feel like it was a lot of movies that like were like this.
Yeah.
In
How to Be a Player was
period.
1997. I remember because I had that soundtrack, which was slamming.
Yeah. Like this was just a time for those kind of movies, and so they didn't age well, and of course, but they're fun to watch. Because I feel like in Booty Call and Woo, like they were just like a time for these cheesy bad advice for relationships movies.
Not bad advice.
Yes, terrible.
Bad relationship advice movies.
Do not listen to these people. Y'all don't put them in.
Be entertained, but don't do what they do, please.
Yeah.
Well, how many people you think took that advice and was like, this is sound advice. I'm gonna run with this.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of idiots out there that was like, ooh, and what she say you need to do? Okay, see, niggas, because part two. Yeah, probably so. So the worst would be Bobby Brown's character, because what the hell was that? Like, that was.
They didn't have to make him look like that. That was ridiculous.
That was so weird. Like that, I understand the dusting the man off, but good. That was like how she saw the diamond in that rough. No. That was so far-fetched. But I mean, it was a comedy film, but come on now. So that was the worst. The weirdest was the ending. It was just like he's gonna be sitting on my couch. So I guess she was gonna climb through the window. I don't know. It was just weird. So yeah, that's my best worst weirdest. What about you, Terrell?
The best part of this film, I genuinely loved the cast. The casting in the film was great. Everyone did their part. They played their parts well. I thoroughly enjoyed the people that were in the film. The worst thing about this film was it was too over the top for me. It was too much. I was just like, I'm thinking, I guess watching it now after not seeing it for so many years, I'm like, is that really how it would go down? Is that really how people think? Is that really what people would do? And I'm just like, I don't think they would. I just don't think they would. They probably would because people gonna people. But I just don't see it. And the weirdest part of this film was the fourth wall breaks with Shantae. Every time she did, I was like,
I was gonna ask y'all how y'all felt about that style of movie, like for it being the whole movie.
yeah.
I hate that shit. And it reminds me of how
Now hold on.
It reminds me of how, like, y'all remember how the first season of Girlfriends was, where Joan would break the fourth wall, and then they stopped it, and the show got much better.
Yes.
I don't think that's the type of show that you would do a fourth wall break in, but like The Office, fourth wall breaks are hilarious.
Oh yeah, certainly. Yeah, doing it if done right, fourth wall breaks are awesome. They're great.
Oh yeah,
they're really good. Like even in movies, Deadpool, they do fourth wall breaks, and that's it's funny.
It definitely has to be the type of movie. But I see how they had to do that for this movie. Like you had to do something because then we wouldn't have heard her rules.
Yeah, if I can think of a better way to get them rules out, I would.
Yeah, send us an email.
I think there might have been a difference, like maybe the fourth wall break. Because if you think about, I think How to Do the Man, whatever that was.
Think like a man.
Yeah, think like a man. Yeah, there you go. I think that they did less fourth wall breaks, but they had like something else. It was the transition. It wasn't them like staring directly at the camera. It was like they were transitioning to another scene and they would say it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember. I haven't seen that movie in so long either.
Such a long time.
Well, I have a comment saying, Abbott Elementary is good at it too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's a comedy. Think about it; those are all like comedy-ish movies or shows that like are very well written for that. So,
I think what was getting on my nerves was like, okay, so shows like The Office and Abbott Elementary, they do break the fourth wall, but it's like that's it. Like they'll turn their head and start talking to the audience. With this movie, she would break the fourth wall, and the person she was talking to, they still be like,
yeah.
I'm like,
you ain't paying attention to what they say. They could be telling you something very important. Right. You just running your mouth talking to us.
So, yeah, we have another comment says a hot mess. That's what that was with Bobby. Absolutely, that was a hot mess. So yeah, all right. Well, it's happy hour. Kayla, who you having a cocktail with?
Ooh, I
feel like we choose a character from the movie to have a cocktail with.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a cocktail with poor old Morris Chestnut character. To be like, sweetheart, the next time a woman does this, let me tell you how to work that out for you, because that's insane. I wouldn't even let that go on that long like he did.
Yeah.
I would have a cocktail with I would have a cocktail with Connie.
Really?
Connie seemed like a lot of fun.
I have a cocktail with Connie outside of the movie.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
She said something. Terrell, who you having a cocktail with?
I'm having a cocktail with Tony.
Who is Tony?
Oh, Anthony Anderson's character. Nobody knows. Like everybody, like Wendy Raquel, Vivica Fox.
Right.
Y'all played yourselves in this movie, didn't you?
Because I really don't remember their name. But yeah.
We got a comment says, I want to have a cocktail with Anthony Anderson's character or Monique. I would have a cocktail with Monique too.
I would have a cocktail with Monique because I think when she was in movies, I think she really played a version of herself. Like she is always given auntie vibes like that auntie though, that one that you go to for, it might sound like a mess, but she probably giving you her best advice.
Not
And
best.
this movie had that old school Monique that
Yeah.
cuss you out, and she, before she lost weight and became new Monique.
I
To
think New
each his
Monique
own.
still got it in hers. I think New Monique has some very interesting ideals. So I love her though. But some of the
Yeah,
stuff she say, I be like, I can't get behind that, sis. But okay.
I feel like to me, like old Monique and new Monique, it's not so much the weight, even though I mean there is difference because she did lose weight and became a little different, but it's like old Monique would be like, bitch. And this new Monique is like, sugar baby, I just want to tell you. And it's like,
Not sugar baby.
I mean, she done got older too. And then I also think that the plight
yes,
that
it's not just the weight, is age too. Like she just knew.
but the plight that she was trying to do, she tried to do it in different ways so that people would listen to her. Because yes, she could have cussed Oprah and Tyler Perry and everyone else out, but at the end of the day, she played the long game. And now people are finally coming around to recognize, oh, my voice just, excuse me. I think people are finally coming around to realize what she was saying was right. And I think that people would not have listened to her if she had done it the same way that she had always done it.
Agreed. I do think that sometimes, and it's sad, but sometimes stars have to align and conditions have to be right
Mm-hmm.
for things to happen. Like, cause like sometimes like the same argument from 10 years ago didn't get any traction, but now it does. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like back then when she was like very vocal about getting paid her worth, people weren't ready to hear it. And
Mm-hmm.
now
Which
it's like,
I don't
That's what
understand
true.
that.
That's what true.
And I agree with that. But maybe
yeah,
I think it was more about the messenger more than it was the message. Because certain people say certain things. You're like, okay, yeah. And then somebody that you like,
But she
you
tried
need to
to
sit
change her
down.
image. I really think she tried to change her image so that people did listen to her. I don't think it would. I think people
I
listened to her less
didn't
because
make her
they had
seriously.
but people. Okay, so if you think about it, when she raised the issue, people were like, Monique is ghetto, she's loud, she's this, so she's disrespectful on set. So she changed her image to be like, no, listen to me. I'm not even being upset. I'm not screaming. I'm not yelling. I'm not being that person that you think you are, so that you'll actually listen to what I say. And people didn't want to hear that neither.
Yeah, that's why I
So,
think it was the
Well,
messenger more than it
right.
was the message. Because her message was spot on. Because even Taraji P. Henson still talking about the same thing about pay equality uh, while she was
well,
working on The Color Purple. So it's like, it's not
And
like
yeah.
it,
But I
she got.
think I do think that that message is more accepted now than back when she said it.
Sure.
and it
Because
hasn't even been that long. It's been what? When was that? Like 5-6 years ago?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like now that we have like all of these like black writers and black directors, excuse me, that are getting like accolades and stuff, and even though it's not nearly where it should be, but it's more than it was.
Right.
I think people, and we also have social media and activists on social media that are like being very vocal about wages and stuff like that. But like when I say like sometimes the stars have to align and like conditions have to be right, like I'm gonna say this, and people may disagree, but I feel like even with like the George Floyd thing,
Mm-hmm.
I think COVID really propelled that.
Oh, yeah,
Me
definitely.
personally, I feel
Yeah,
like
it did.
the conditions were right. People were in their
Mm-hmm.
houses for months and months and months, and everybody was on edge. And when that happened, like people who did not come to that defense any like before, they were leaping at the opportunity to protest and you know advocate for that situation. And I feel like
Right.
with the Monique thing and with the wage pay, I think that the conditions are right now for that message to be heard from a loud, fat, vocal woman,
Okay.
more so than before. Um, but yeah, we have a comment that says I think it was the presentation of Monique's plight that made it that difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I guess it's like sometimes when you hear rich people or people that are well off talking about how they should be more well off, you looking at them like,
Yeah.
you well off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to half of what you got, and you seem to have it all financially. So what are you complaining about?
Yeah.
I think Taraji, and we having a whole nother conversation. We can have a whole episode about this, but I think Taraji definitely laid it out different. Of we don't get all of that money that y'all think we do because we have to go and pay all of these other people with that money that you might see $250,000, but think about the taxes I have to pay on that money. Think about the people I have to hire in order to, show up correctly for work or be able to, you have to pay a security guard. You think about that. Like you have to pay them a full salary off of the money unless who else pays them? Yeah, like literally who else pays them? So yeah, your contract might be $250,000, but in that contract you have X, Y, and Z people that you also have to think about and pay.
But to be fair, this is not a new conversation though.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because Left Eye explained it very well too.
Yeah.
When people asked about how could TLC be bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
And she laid it out several times. Like,
yeah.
But I feel like, but when she explained it, people still did not.
They had the jokes. They wanted the joke more than they wanted to listen.
Right now, everyone is feeling it. Like right now, everybody is feeling I'm not getting paid my worth. I'm not getting paid enough to sustain my living. That's why I think that's why more people are receptive of the conversation, because literally that is the epidemic across America right now. People who were making $100,000 and were able to sustain their lifestyle can no longer do that. And when the rich people start feeling the impact, now everybody
wants to
when
it's changed. Yeah, then change comes. Yeah, and it has to touch the people that have the most before they're like, oh, there's a problem here. Like, there's been a problem. You just now realize that there's a problem.
Right. And we got a comment says, I agree with Terrell. It was how it was done than when it was done.
And who she was saying it to, because if you think about it, everybody at that time was like, Oprah and Tyler Perry are the gods of the Black community, and you're attacking the gods of the Black community. So yeah, it was not the right time. They were at the tip top of their game, and now people are trying to kind of go against Tyler Perry and Oprah for definitely reasons that you could get behind of why you should probably not think about people as idols, like the folks say.
Yeah. We got another comment. Taraji definitely explained it better and didn't do a call to action to make sure she gets paid fairly.
Yeah, she was literally talking about everyone, and I think Monique was too. I think there was heavy on the Netflix special thing was about her a little bit more than it was about everybody, but I do think at some point it did become about her plight did become about everyone.
Yeah,
but I think she was like, boycott Netflix. The people at Netflix is like,
yeah, people was like, now everybody wants to boycott
Netflix.
What?
Yeah, and when Monique did it, we weren't as into cancel culture as we are now.
Mm-hmm.
So for her to call because I remember she called for boycott Netflix, and then remember Will Smith and Jada Pinkett were calling for boycott the Oscars, and they weren't even nominated. Like it was a lot.
And they go back a couple of years later, start slapping the shit out of people.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Let's not go into that.
Anyway, do not get Terrell started on Jada because he is a Jada hater. So
we will be here for another hour if we talk about that.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It'll just be the little square with him in it because I'm gonna get up and walk away, and I hope he do better. And he be talking to himself about Jada and another thing. So, so all right. Well, are y'all ready for One Gotta Go?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Play a little game.
One gotta go. Actually, I'm gonna switch this up.
All right.
No.
Instead of one gotta go, you can only keep one.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be easy for me because I only seen two of the movies on the list. I'm gonna keep Soul Food.
You've seen 3 of them.
I'm about to say you should have seen at least 3 of the 4.
Where's the third one?
You see?
Oh, that's what set it off. Okay, so I'm looking at Deal With This, and I was like, "What is Deal With This?" I ain't never seen that movie. I changed my answer. We keep it Set It Off, baby.
We keep it Set It Off.
We keep it Set It Off.
Yeah, we don't keep that.
I'm keeping Soul Food.
Soul Food over Set It Off.
Yes.
Please go. It's time for us to wrap this up.
How can y'all?
Terrell won't be doing this next week. He'll be home watching Soul Food.
If I was going to,
I might be home watching Soul Food.
I would love to keep that one clip that says "fuck the family." The family slept with my husband. I'll keep that. Mm-hmm. But over the whole movie of Set It Off, ain't no way. Except that your decision was wrong and move on. I'm just kidding. Your choices are accepted here.
My choice, my second choice would be Soul Food, but Set It Off.
Yeah.
Because if one got to go, I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna pick Booty Call to go.
Yeah,
we go.
So I was like, let me switch this up a little bit and make this a little challenging. But I see that wasn't the case either.
Good call.
Everyone seems to love Set It Off. I mean, I've come around to Set It Off after watching it recently.
Really?
But
Soul Food literally has no plot. But okay, we ain't even got to go there.
We got the same Big Mama house. What is you talking about? It's about family.
Oh, let me not get into it because I don't want y'all to air nobody out. I was gonna say who slept with us.
Oh my God. Anyway. Terrell, what you binging this week?
Actually, to be honest, I have not been binging much. I'm waiting for my shows to come back. They haven't, after the strike and everything, I'm waiting for everything to come back. I'm waiting for From to come back. Has Abbott Elementary started yet, or they start next month?
They did, I thought. I don't know.
They've already started?
I feel like they have.
Really? Mm-hmm. And I'm waiting on some other 911 to come back. And 911 Lone Star. It's just a bunch of shows, and I'm like, I'm not really feeling y'all. I'm waiting on the shows that I was watching before the strike to come back.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. What'd you say, Caleb?
I'm trying to remember the name of this one thing that I want to look at, but I don't see the name up here, so never mind.
Well, I feel it's right. You're absolutely right. I feel like I'm doing the same thing too. I'm waiting for From to come back. I'm waiting for Ghost to come back, which I think it starts next month. I'm waiting for Abbott, and there's another show I'm waiting on too. Probably like Grey's Anatomy or something, or
not Grey's Anatomy in the 55th season. Lord Jesus,
I done stopped watching Grey's Anatomy.
Not me. And SVU just started, so I'll probably
not season 96. Jesus.
Yeah, that's a long run show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, go ahead.
No, I think that's pretty much it. I'm waiting for those shows to return, and I'm watching Supernatural.
Yay!
Isn't that exciting?
You watch Supernatural 2024. I'm booing you. You getting booed.
Ooh.
You might you better get your lips ready.
Yep, let her watch her comfort show.
Huh?
I said, let her watch her comfort show.
Thank you. They my cousins. Dean and
I'm your cousin.
They my cousins. See, you my real cousin, but they my cousins because they out there, and I can't just have them out there like fighting demons and stuff, and I don't check on them.
Oh, because how would it ever end if you didn't go check on them?
That's right. They'll be out there, then they need their family support. So I have to check on them. So they out there like fighting evil and stuff, and I have to see about them.
Oh, I did watch Invincible season 2, the first part.
What is that?
Invincible. It's a cartoon, but it's an adult cartoon. If you saw it, you would like it. It has a really good storyline. It's on Prime if you got Amazon, which I'm sure you do. All them damn boxes.
We got a comment. Oh, so we have a comment that says, set it off for the win. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Sorry, Terrell. Set it off. We have another comment. Wednesday. I'm waiting for Wednesday to come back too.
Oh, yeah. Wednesday.
Did you ever watch Wednesday, Terrell?
Yeah, I saw it. It was real good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Someone's beautiful partner also said soul food, and I'm like,
That what now?
I said someone's beautiful partner also said soul food. So interesting. They're so similar. I love it.
Yeah, they're great.
Don't be a hater all your life.
I'm not really binging anything.
Your arm. Okay.
I don't like to watch shows that really still be going for the most part because I like to be able to binge stuff. So and if you leave me on a cliffhanger, I'm gonna be anxious until the show come back on. So I try to wait until there's like at least a lot that has gone on, like a lot of seasons. But I am watching Jujutsu Kaisen, which I know goes against everything I just said because they are also still seasonal. But
you said Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah. Y'all know
I was right.
You were. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for taking an interest in things that I enjoy. So yeah, I am watching that, which is also still drip content, but it was so hyped up. I was like, let me watch this season. It's really good. So I'm watching that. And then there's some other show that I can't remember that I want to watch, but I'm gonna watch it.
Well,
okay. Next time.
Well, any final thoughts, kids?
No, I thought it was good.
Then that's our show.
That's our show.
That's our show. Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for tuning in with us today. We had a great time discussing Two Can Play That Game, and we hope you enjoyed listening to our thoughts and insights. And if you want to know more about Sips and Scripts, head over to our website, sipsandscripts.com, or you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Sips and Scripts Podcast. And YouTube. Yes.
Definitely YouTube.
Definitely
click the like button, the share button, like it, share it.
Yes, because the best way to help us if you want to support our tiny little show is word of mouth. Share with your friends, click the share button, just tell people about it. We would love for people to come and join us. More people. We had some really great comments today, right, guys?
Yes, we did. Yes, definitely. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So
TikTok coming soon.
TikTok coming soon. But yeah, if you think of a movie that you want us to talk about, or if you've got something to add to today's discussion, leave us a message. You can suggest a film, share your thoughts. You can just say, hey, if you want to say, hey, just drop us a DM on social media at any of those platforms. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
We will live.